with the OG. Rios is Garnacho coming in the back post. Rios knocking into his own goal. Got to be brutally honest, Benfica had the better chances. I'm not sure they did enough though, Benfica. I think Mourinho feel a little bit disappointed, but massive 3 points for Chelsea and they'll be delighted.
Yeah, a big step in the right direction for Maresca's young side. And after what happened at the weekend, after what happened in Munich, it was so important that however they did it, that they got the positive result tonight.
Absolutely, Adam. They lost 3 of the last 4, didn't they? It was all about the result. The result was far more important than the performance. The performance will be interesting to hear what the manager says. I thought it was okay. I thought it was probably satisfactory. Some good performances, individual performances. I thought Neto on the right-hand side in particular. I thought Cucurella at left-back did well. Centre-backs were fine. Apart from that, there wasn't an awful lot. Derek George, I think, will be a little bit disappointed. But to mention the 3 points again, most important thing, Benfica, I wonder if they've got regrets. I wonder if Jose will just have 1 or 2 regrets that he didn't go for it and was slightly more aggressive.
Yeah, I think that would be fair to say. Certainly had the opportunities. Before the goal, were having the better chances as well, but it is back-to-back losses for them in the Champions League after that loss to Karabakh on match day 1. The supporters have been in fine voice as you've made the journey from Portugal. It's Ajax next for Chelsea in the Champions League, but they win tonight, full-time at a noisy Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 1, Benfica 0.
So an all-important win for Chelsea. They are back to winning ways, and something that Stamford Bridge, their faithful, really needed to see tonight. Let's get some reaction immediately with the Chelsea team. Jules Bridge is speaking to Pedro Neto.
Pedro, congratulations on that win, but how hard did you have to work as a team to grind that out to secure the victory?
Like I said before the game, we knew the difficulties that we had in the first game. We tried to work hard since that to manage some moments of the game. And I think today was the resilience of the team that came through, and we did a very good game. I think in the end we could have controlled a bit more with the quality that we have, but we are really happy with the 3 points.
Was it important, particularly after that defeat against Bayern Munich in the first match, to show that this Chelsea team can compete at this level?
Yeah, of course. It's a tough team to face at home. We knew that we had to work hard today. I think the team really did it well. We learned a lot, like I said to you before the match, from the first game, and we are really happy.
It was a great ball to kick out Garnacho for the goal. Is that move something that you've been working on?
Yeah, I always try to improve to do the best for the team, and I think today it worked out and we are really happy.
How important did it feel as well to keep a clean sheet tonight, because they've been hard to come by for the team this season?
It's really important. I think if we could always get clean sheets for us, it's like closer to get the win, and I think today we did a really good job on that.
Does this win also feel massive for you as a group ahead of Liverpool coming here on Saturday ahead of the international break?
Of course, a win of this competition, like I say, we showed what we can do. I think we can do even much better, and we are ready to play against them and win the game.
Well done tonight.
Thank you very much.
So a good reaction there from the Chelsea faithful in general. Also Pedro Neto, who actually had some really bright moments today, Joe.
He's been a bright spark, he really has. He's very consistent, he's fast becoming a fan's favourite, very direct, he's aggressive. It's a wonderful ball he put in for Garnacho. He was the Chelsea's best player tonight by a mile. It was a decent performance. It wasn't spectacular. I've seen them play better, but the main thing tonight, like Ali was saying in comms, was the result. They got the result, 3 points on the board in the Champions League, and everyone can relax. It's a massive game at the weekend with Liverpool coming in now.
They needed to see it out, Owen, didn't they? It's a very young team, the youngest in the Champions League that Chelsea have ever fielded, so they needed to learn that lesson tonight.
Yeah, and to be fair, they actually got younger, even in the second half, with some of the boys coming on. I thought they did well to hang on to the win, really. I thought Benfica played as well as Chelsea, had good chances in the game. Neto was by far the best player on the pitch. I think Cucurella got it from whoever gave it, but I thought Neto was the star of the show.
What about discipline, though, Joe? Again, another red card.
Yeah, I mean, it was João Pedro. He was rash. He come on straight away with the elbow. Then he had another instant where I thought he was actually quite lucky. And then he didn't catch him. But any time your boot is that high, you know, but it's at panic stations of the game, you know, and the boys done really well to see it out. And I think Adam and Ali said it in comms. when you manage games like that at this level and Benfica were pushing and you get over the line, get the 3 points, it gives you confidence. But it's a little disciplinary thing. But overall, the boys done great.
Jose Mourinho as well, not the return that he would have wanted.
Do you know what? I think he'd be proud of his team. I thought the way they played, obviously, they had a huge amount of support in this corner. And I actually thought they played really well. I thought they had big chances of the game. I think he'll be thinking they probably deserved a point from the game.
Right, guys, the Goal Show Extra is going to be wrapping up all the goals very, very soon as well. But we have a very important documentary to show you tonight as well on TNT Sports. His side, Benfica, couldn't quite do it against this young Chelsea side. It was 1-0 in the first half, a Garnacho cross and an own goal at Manos for Benfica. And this side managed to see that game out and get their first 3 points in the Champions League this season. A much-needed win. Here at Stamford Bridge, we're joined by one Mr. Jose Mourinho. Lovely to see you, Jose, and thank you for coming out despite the loss. Thank you for coming out to speak to us. First of all, just tell me a little bit now that you've had 4 games with this side, what you're seeing from them that you feel you need to see more of, or how you need to change them in any way.
We played 4 matches with 2 days in between matches. I never train. I just recover in between matches, and he knows because he worked with me. One of my strengths, if I can say that, is on the pitch. Is by training. We don't have time for that. I found when a team change coach mid-season or beginning of season in this case, it's because things are not good. If the things are good, the coach keeps going. So some difficulties, also a period of big pressure for the players because it's an election period in the club with elections in 1 month with 5 different candidates. It's kind of almost a political campaign, and the players, they cannot escape from that. So domestically, they feel this pressure. Coming to this match today, I just told them, a defeat is always a defeat, but there are defeats and defeats. And this one, I think, is a defeat that must be a base for them, because they had a stable performances. We didn't have many problems, and I think we could come out of here perfectly with a draw, which would be a positive point for us.
Well, the guys were noticing about the number of chances, Jay,
Yeah.
that you guys had.
Yeah, I thought the team played very, very well, and there's lots of good signs here. We're just going through early on in the game as well. You hit the post. There was movement. I thought you were setting traps, but you didn't look like it was 4 games into your campaign. It looked like a Jose Mourinho team. There were signs, right?
Yeah, we were organised. We studied, of course, well. Chelsea, I think we coped very well with the designs they put on the pitch, the building with the 3, the right back coming inside, and Cucurella, the position, sometimes right, sometimes inside, lots of people between the lines. I think we coped very, very well with that. We defended zonally very, very well. Then a difficult moment of 3 midfielders with a yellow card in a match with a lot of transitions, because they are very fast. When they recover the ball, they are very fast in transitions, and we cope very well with that. Then we have to score a goal. I think we did enough to score a goal, and then there's a little bit of a problem for me on the bench, which is I feel that I want to bring new energy. I feel that I want to bring new people. I saw, for example, Malo Gusto already going down. Also the centre back, and then I put new energy, but the new energy has enough quality, has the same quality of the guys that I take out of the team, and that creates me a little bit of a doubt. But I think the problem is not this defeat. The problem is the defeat at home against Karabakh, because today we should have, even with this defeat, we should have 3 points, and now we must do points somewhere. I think today we did enough to get 1 point, but was not possible.
Yeah, to be fair, we were watching it. We thought you played really well. You know, you don't normally come to the bridge and get chances like that in the first 20 minutes. If anything, their goal came against the run of play. So I think, obviously, for these guys, it was just missing that goal, really, to make it a good away performance.
Yeah, missed the goal. I think this team is a team that is building confidence. And, of course, to come here to concede, you could lose balance. You could lose emotional control. You could think tactically, I'm not well, and we are going to change and then destroy everything. They kept stable. They played their game. We tried. It's not enough. But as a coach that arrived 10 days ago, it's a positive feeling. Next two matches, Porto away, Newcastle away. But this is what it is, and I was telling the guys, Chelsea is better than Porto. So if you manage to come here and to play this way, we have to be positive.
But that's a good blueprint probably for those games, isn't it? You know, defended really well, and actually Sudakov, Luka Bacchio looked, Pavlidis, they looked good.
Yeah, and Luka Bacchio, as I was telling in the Portuguese press, he has no gasoline for 90, not even for 60. He just arrived from Sevilla, he was injured, no preseason, no nothing. He played the first time, the last match, 60 minutes, and it's not easy to play Cucurella because Cucurella demands attention from you when he comes inside, when he goes outside. The boys did okay. The boys did okay.
Jose, thank you.
Thanks so much.
We'll see you at St James's Park. Great to see
And
you
your
as
agent,
well.
don't forget.
Yeah, 10%.
Why does it?
Ciao Laura, good to see you, Owen.
Nice to see you. All the best.
I told you Costa
I blame
about the
Joe
game.
Cole for that one.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
Yeah, and he told was
I swapped shirts with him. Remember?
he says that it was his best game in the Champions League for Milan.
Really? Well, that makes me feel a lot better, actually.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jose. We'll see you later. We get to see Jose at St James's Park against Newcastle next in the Champions League. How embarrassing is that when you go for a handshake and they go for Joe? He goes for his little Joey first. I love that he came out and spoke to us. And look, if we had more time with him, the chance for Jose to be back in the Champions League, and even though it's a loss.
I mean, he's box office. It's great to have him back in football. And I wanted to ask him about, he sort of alluded to it, about when you're coming into a club, you know, not in pre-season, you've got plans, you've probably spoke to the sporting director, he's coming in cold, he's got game, Porto, Chelsea. So he just needs to get through this spell and get through, you know, maybe nick a big result. Like beating Porto at the weekend would be massive.
Yeah.
So he just needs to get it. But I'd love to have asked him about that. What's the difference between coming in now and coming in at the start of pre-season?
Look, we're going to hear from another manager after the break as well, Maresca, and Chelsea tonight getting their 3 points, and how important that win was for them, not just in the context of the Champions League, but in the context of their season so far and the stuttering start that they've had. We'll be back in a couple of minutes, guys. We'll see you in a moment.
Got Enzo Fernandez waiting in the box. Garnacho's there! And it's turned in! And Chelsea lead at the bridge. Rios with the own goal.
Okay, so a good night in West London for Chelsea in the end of the Champions League, a 1-0 win over Benfica. Let's take you through everything that happened in this match and the highs and lows of this team. We'll start with the goal, the only goal in this game, which Garnacho got himself into a good position for. It actually went down as an own goal, Joe.
Yeah, it's an own goal. So this is about Neto here. He sizes him up, cups inside, and when you're floating this ball in, it's important to get it flat. It gives Garnacho something to have. Great timing from Garnacho, and it's a wonderful... Look, as he's coming inside Hero, you can't loop that ball. He puts it in flat, and listen, Rios makes a mess of it, but you credit Neto and Garnacho for doing the right things.
To be fair, the right back overcut a couple of times.
Yeah.
But when you play on the opposite side, that's exactly what your winger needs to do. Any young kid, when the ball's on the side, get on the end of it. And to be fair, Garnacho, if he takes a touch, that's dead. He squares it straight across and it puts Rios in all kinds of trouble.
Pedro Neto was just had a great night, was doing all the sorts of things that they needed.
Yeah, I mean, he's been an unsung hero. He's consistent. He's there throughout the game. He's not one of them players that goes missing for minutes in games. He's powerful. He can run behind. He's got good movement. He can go on the outside like he does there. He's got good delivery. You know, and he's one of them players you put on the pitch and you're not worried about. You know he's ready for the battle. You know he's not going to have one of them days where he's a bit wishy-washy. You know he's going to score goals. And I think he's really come into his own in a Chelsea shirt.
Yeah. Do you think I like about him, Joe? You know, wingers often, they tend to play with almost too much risk. He never wastes the ball. You know what I mean? Everything is with quality. Everything is his touches, his passes, his finishing, everything. You know, he never turns it over, which I think is a huge compliment to any winger. I mean, how he didn't get man of the match, I'll never know, because he was the best player on the pitch.
But I think he suffered from that. Cole Palmer attracts the eye, you know, and then Esteval, he is Mr. Consistent for Chelsea, gets the job done. He's one of them that the manager, you can play him away from home at the new camp, and he's going to do a job for you. You can play him at home, and he'll open people up as well.
How did you rate Moises Caicedo's night then?
I thought he was outstanding. Me and Owen, every time we watch him, we're blown away. But he was just pickpocketing people, which does happen in London, unfortunately, Mr. Khan. But Caicedo was just, they could not move. He was nicking it off them. He was finding passes. He was brilliant, wasn't he?
Yeah, the best part of the game was all the Benfica players checking the shoulder, looking for him. And every time, look, he just popped up out of nowhere, just nicked it off everyone. I mean, he was just brilliant. Out of possession, he's probably the best in the world. He literally nicks it off everyone. But the thing was, in possession, he didn't miss a pass. That one I loved.
Oh, yes. It was getting to the point where the Benfica midfielders were receiving the ball and they were petrified. They was looking around because he was everywhere.
Hopefully he's not there again.
Yeah, you've played in midfield. I remember playing against players like Makelele when he played, and players like that. And you just look around, is there 4 of them playing tonight? That's what he looks like. He was absolutely brilliant.
And again, bringing the best out of Enzo as well.
Yeah, I mean, those guys help Enzo get more touches, more reps, get more assists and more goals. That is important. Have a guy like Caicedo. But I love that midfield. If you've got Caicedo and Enzo and then Cole Palmer to go in there, that 3 is, I mean, that's for a decade.
Do you know what it's like when Makelele come to the club with Frank? And you saw Frank. I like this.
Yeah.
I can go.
And JT liked it as well because he was in front of JT. Wasn't
he? So when you got a player like that in the midfield, and I liked it because Makelele would find you. He was like this little. He just put everything together. And Caicedo's got a little bit like that, So you make sure he's fit. Make sure he gets a massage before yourself. Yeah, because he's so important for the club.
Yeah. Can I talk to you guys about discipline? We spoke about it before the game even kicked off, these red cards that keep coming for Chelsea, and then we see another one tonight. João Pedro, let's have a look. It was a second yellow in the end that got him sent off, but this first yellow came after he was on the pitch for 1 minute.
Yeah,
you think it's harsh?
I think it's harsh, but if you look at the referee's position, he's jumped up, right? There's arms flailing. He's hit him on the shoulder, but if you look at the referee's angle, it's, the Benfica bench is there, and but that, for me, is just... That's a lack of intelligence. Like you believe it or not, you do have a split second there to just pull your leg. Well, that's unfair. Not lack of intelligence. He just had a moment where he's rash. Again, young players, it's going to happen. You have to do that in your career. Get sent off to know. You know what I mean? You have to touch the fire to know it gets burned, and hopefully he learns from that. But he was unlucky with the first one, though.
Yeah, I think he was. I mean, to be fair, he's Brazilian on the second one. He wants to bring it down, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But sometimes at that moment, if you've already got yellow, you can't be doing that. That ball's just gone. But again, I think for the manager, 3 and what?
3 and 3?
3 and 4.
3 and 4 games.
Yeah.
You can't win games at this level. They did well actually to come away with 3 points. And especially players like him, he's such a fabulous player. He's irreplaceable in this Chelsea team. They need him out there.
Well, Enzo Maresca obviously is quite frustrated previously with the red cards. Let's see what he thought of the overall performance from his Chelsea side tonight. He's been speaking with Jules.
Enzo, congratulations on your first Champions League win. What did you make of your team's performance tonight?
The effort was very good. The first half, I think, we were much better compared to the second half. The way we managed the ball, the way we create some chances, we scored the goal. And then second half, for different reasons, we dropped a little bit, but then the effort from the team was very, very good.
It's your first clean sheet in 6 matches. How big does that feel, particularly with the injury issues you've had?
Yeah, absolutely. In the last 2-3 games, for different reasons, we consider 2-3 goals. It's not possible. We need to be very good defensively in the way we have been for most part of last season. And yeah, with clean sheet and 3 points, it's a nice feeling.
Alejandro Garnacho's cross forced the own goal, which got you the win in the end. What have you been asking of him to do when he's played for you?
Yeah, also, not only on the ball, I think defensively he was very good, the way he pressed. And then in the last third, he has freedom to go 1v1 when he decides, and arrive in the box. That it's important because it's from there that we score goals. And the same was Git in second half.
One of the negatives from this evening, another red card. It's a third red card in 4 games. I know you've just had a quick look at the replay for what was João Pedro's second booking. What do you make of it?
Well, the good thing is that we are improving. Now we can win with 10 players, so compare. No, I think he didn't touch the second yellow card. He didn't touch, but probably the dynamic, of the foul, it's a dangerous one, and they give him red card.
On a serious note, Or what kind of issues does this give you up front? Because, of course, Liam Delap is also still out injured until November.
Yeah, we have Gil, we have Tariq. We know that they are very young, but we trust them and they can have a good chance in that game.
From what you saw tonight, was this an improvement of what you saw in the first Champions League game?
No, I think Bayern Munich away, we lost, but I think the team was good. We play face-to-face against a team that in the last 5, 6, 7 years is always quarter-final, semi-final or final of Champions League. And for us, it's a journey that starts this season, and hopefully game after game we can get better.
Okay, well, look, Elise sees the funny side of the red card, doesn't he? He's got some humour in that situation, Joe. He kind of needs it at the moment.
Yeah, you need it. Well, you know, I think he's got a fair point. It was a little bit harsh, but onwards and upwards, and Liverpool coming at the weekend is going to be massive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he nailed it. They improved on the Bayern Munich performance, and obviously they got a huge game on the weekend. So I think he'll be delighted that this young team came through against a tough side, especially with Jose coming back to Stamford Bridge.
And perhaps we don't give them enough credit for the fact that they're dealing with a number of injuries and things will change, and they probably missed Cole Palmer massively tonight. Anyway, got to stop you there.
Yep.
That wasn't a question, just a statement. Thank you, guys. Lovely company. Make sure you stay tuned on this channel because the Goal Show Extra is going to continue wrapping up all the goals from tonight. And it was a busy night in the Champions League tonight, wasn't it? So stay here for that, and then we will see you tomorrow at the Emirates. Good night.
This programme was brought to you by Just Eat and Pepsi, UEFA Champions League official partners.